Hey everyone. So when I was sitting down to write the end of the year newsletter for the Phillips education community, I realized just how much we had done and how much we had accomplished, and wanted to save your eyes a little bit of text reading. So I decided to make this little video instead. Really important that you stay to the very end because I have written the world's cheesiest poem. And if you stay to the end, you actually get to hear it. You may even get a shout out. You never know. On a personal note, thank you for allowing me to be part of this journey and for trusting me to support you in it. This has been phenomenal. 18 months ago, I didn't even know what HTEC was, and now here I am and just in awe. The work that you do for this world is phenomenal. The service that you provide is so admired and appreciated. So thank you for all you do for your students, for each other, for me, for the world, for local industry, for workforce development, for the government. It's just incredible. You never stop. And I hope you're all getting a really well-deserved break over these holidays with the people that you love the most. So I'm gonna try to recap this year as quickly as I can, but we've done a lot. So if I missed something, it wasn't intentional. January, we announced naming rights for Calhoun Community College and Southern Union State Community College in Alabama, and we cut the ribbon on Southern Union. February, we started a brand new Skills USA season, my very first. I was blown away. The students get so much recognition at these. They build so many important skills. It's just phenomenal. Please take advantage of this if you're not already. I'd be happy to help you uncover the resources and the information that you need to get your students involved in that. We started that season with the Georgia State Skills Contest in Atlanta, Georgia at the World Congress Center. And then also in February, we started a new NASCAR season with a brand new race, the Clash in Los Angeles. And then we headed down to Daytona where Gene Haas actually was. And we had a great time celebrating the beginning of the 2022 racing season. March and April were filled with additional Skills USA state contests. And then also in April, we had the first regional HTEC conference since 2019 at Thaddeus Stevens up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It was a great time. May, we had graduations, we had scholarship days, we had signing days. If you're not already doing signing days and you would like to know more about that, please give me a shout. They are so amazing. It's so cool to see these students come in and to be celebrated for choosing the trades, and their families are there and the media is there. And it's just a great way to congratulate them on starting their lives doing something in the trades. So please let me know if you would like any help getting involved in that. And thank you to those of you who are already doing that. We also had the very first Miami Formula One race. So we headed down there on Mother's Day. It was phenomenal. June, we had a great trip up to Danville and IALR with a delegation from one of our states. We would love to take you. So if you've got some folks that really need to go and see the pipeline that is being built up there and all of the phenomenal things that they are doing for machining education, please give me a shout and we can arrange to make that happen. We had the National Skills USA contest in June as well. That was also at the World Congress Center in Atlanta, and it is going to be there again for the next 4 years. We will be heavily involved in that, and we cannot wait. So same time next year, we will see you there again. We were also ramping up in June, though, for something really big. The annual HTEC conference, which was happening in July at Tennessee College of Applied Technology at their Smyrna campus near Nashville. So that was a great event. We had everything from an amazing keynote speaker in Andrew Parker, who's the founder of Be Pro, Be Proud. We had Cole Custer from Stuart Haas Racing there. We had some great some great breakouts, some really fun events, and we got to go to Jack Daniels together and have a great time. It was just nice to all be together. To some of us were meeting in person for the first time. And we get to do all of that again next year at Peak Innovation Center in Fort Smith, Arkansas, which is also one of our Gene Haas naming rights centers. So we cut the ribbon on that campus in July as well. The Gene Haas Computer Integrated Machining Lab is what that one's called. And we had a really good time there. I can't wait for y'all to see this building. It is just incredible. And Fort Smith is one of the coolest little cities I've ever seen. So can't wait to announce registration for that. It's coming really, really soon. I will keep you posted. Keep watching my Facebook page for that. We also had another ribbon cutting in August. This time it was at the West Georgia Technical College campus, the new Carroll campus. If you're ever in the Carrollton, Georgia area, I highly recommend that you stop by and see what's going on over there. They are doing a really, really nice job, and the campus is gorgeous. September, all about IMTS. IMTS was back, and it was great. So all of our friends from around the world who are heavily invested in manufacturing education were there at the Student Summit. We hosted so many students coming through. Haas had a great booth. They partnered up with Autodesk. Mastercam, of course, was there. All of our friends were there, and it was just a great, great week together. Then we had lots of school visits starting in October. So school visits, lots of racing because we entered the chase. So we had Daga, we had Bristol. Plus we had the grand finale for US Formula One racing happened in Austin, Texas. So we headed over there for a very, very hot weekend of Formula One racing, and Kevin Magnussen picked up some points. So it was a great weekend. November, we had another regional HTEC conference, this time in North Carolina at our Colfax office. It was great, and we stopped at Stewart Haas Racing. That's where we ended the day with dinner and just getting together and having a really good time. Can't wait to do that one again. We also had Fab Tech in Atlanta, and then we cut the ribbon at Calhoun Community College and had an SEC Challenge competition for Project MFG at UT in Knoxville. Really great competition. Can't wait to see more from Project MFG next year. And then that brings us to now, December. So here we are. We have lots going on. We have new schools to announce that have received Gene Haas Foundation naming rights. We have so many cool things going on. It's been all about end of year pushes. We had a secondary deadline for scholarship funding for the Gene Haas Foundation. We had a NASCAR banquet. We had school events to wrap up the year. It's been a really, really magical time. So thanks to all of you that have included me in those events and sent me cards. And it's just been really, really cool to be part of this community and this family. As promised, I'm going to now read you a poem. So settle in for the world's cheesiest poem. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the lab, not a machine was running, not even CAD. The tools were all stored in their places with care, in hopes that no one would borrow them. How would they dare? The instructors were nestled in their favorite chairs at home, and the students were celebrating. Another semester is gone. And Tony in his race car and Gene in his shop had just settled in for a snack and a pop. When out of the racetrack there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my motorhome to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. And there I saw a car that sat on the course. It was fiery like lightning and strong like a horse. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a Haas number 41 Ford, led by 8 tiny reindeer. With a tiny driver, his eyes filled with luster, I knew in a moment it must be Cole Custer. Then out came the students, all excited and happy. He shouted their school names, trying not to be sappy. Now Southern Union, now Danville, now Calhoun and Midlands, on Randolph, on TCAT, on Thaddeus Stevens, to the top of Penn College, to the top of UT, now on to West Georgia, then take me to Peak. As coolant that's added before the wild ships fly, when they meet with an obstacle and the service guys cry. So up to the East Coast, the reindeer they flew, with a car full of toys, and Cole Custer too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the track the revving up motor of the car coming back. As I drew in my hand and was going to sleep, in walked Gene Haas with a promise to keep. He was dressed all in Haas red from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with machine grease and soot. A bundle of checks he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and passed out all the scholarships, then turned with a jerk. And pushing a button on the ST20, he gave me a nod, and I said, "This is plenty." He sprang to his car, to his team gave a yell, and away they all sped to the tinkling of bells. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy holidays to HTEC, and to HTEC, good night. Happy holidays, everyone.